Hey everybody, it's Peter, and tonight's another review of the Orville episode 3 about a girl. Not to confuse with the song by Nirvana of the same name or a German art film from 2014, also of the same name. This episode is actually about Bortus and Crichton. They had a baby the end of last episode. Spoiler, they said it was a girl, but all Moclans are supposed to be born male. That's the cliffhanger from last week. Tonight, they're addressing the problem. What it goes on about is Moclan culture is basically they're all male, and even if somebody has a girl, has to be converted into a boy. That's the law. That's the Moclan way. Before I get into it, to anybody who's new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my shenanigans and videos of that sort of thing on this channel. Quick note too, I'm at 63 subs now and over the 5,000 mark on views. So another 5,000 and I can maybe get monetized. But anyway, let's talk about today's episode. Today, I think they finally hit it because everybody else has been checking out my reviews of the last two episodes and chiming in like, oh, you don't know nothing, or you don't have a sense of humor. Today, they finally nailed it. One exception though. In the opening teaser, we have Yaphet, the little jelly guy who's voiced by Norm Macdonald. He's in sickbay talking to Dr. Finn. And he's going, oh, I don't feel good. Dude, you're a gelatinous creature. You don't have lungs. You don't cough. Oh, come on, Doc. I just want you to go out with me. And then, of course, we throw in a penis joke because he can make himself in any shape, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, it's going this way. But then, the episode goes on a bit. Basically, it covers the whole thing about that, the Moclans, so Bortus and Crichton both decide, you know what, we got to do the procedure. So Bortus goes to the doctor and says, you know what, I need you to do the sex change on my kid. And she's like, no, I will never do that. I don't know why. And then it gets into this whole ethical debate. It's basically, okay, you're saying to us that your race goes around and turns all your girls into boys, and there's no say about it. And they're all like, yeah, well, we can't have that. When you think about it too, the Moclans do one thing. Okay, the union, I don't know about union rules because they never bring us up like what the union / federation, they never mention what their council of tribunals and, the space rule book says about what other races do with their offspring. But everybody's up in arms because, well, humans and people, we don't do that sort of thing. Well, yeah, the Moclans aren't humans, right? This is their thing. So I'm not going to spoil this one. I will mention a couple of things, though, where I thought they hit it really good with the humor. There was a joke on the holodeck, and they were doing a Western while they were in between stuff. And the Western went in a pretty funny fashion. No, we're going to have a shootout. No, we're going to do this. What? Dude, well, I got bored. I changed the channel around. I wanted to do something different with it. That was funny. So when you watch that, keep an eye out for that little gem that's in the holodeck. That, to me, was funny. And actually, the majority of the jokes throughout the episode were pretty good. There was one, too, where they said, Bortus goes over the captain's head, and they call up another Moclan ship, and they're going to escort them to, I think they call it Moclanus, or whatever, but basically the Moclan home planet. But when they have the Moclan captain from the escort ship show up, they say, well, we have to do a few things. So maybe we want to play some board games when you're hanging around. Let's play Monopoly. Yeah, Monopoly's cool. Scrabble. Yeah. But you get to be the car. And that's what Kelly says. And then Ed Mercer goes like, I always get to be the car. You know what, dude? You get to be the thimble. I always get to be the car. Fine. They don't get to end up playing Monopoly. But, I mean, those kind of jokes are kind of funny. And the rest of the episode goes basically, they have to go back to the planet. They go for arbitration. Kelly is picked. Bortus actually wanted the captain, which we've seen before with Picard backing up Worf. And Mercer's just like, yeah, I can't do that. I know nothing about law or whatever, but I nominate Kelly because, and she's like, what? Says, dude, you took a year of, space law. Yeah, a year. Yeah, a year more than me. And the rest of the episode goes about, the whys and wherefores, the ethicalness, I don't even know if that's the word, but, and the Moclans are like, no, we're like this. And then, during the court proceeding, it's just like, okay, what would two humans do? Okay, this is what Moclans do. And then there's a surprise ending, but it's not the ending you would think it is. You thought, oh, yay, Bortus is going to win. One other funny scene I will mention too. Keep an eye out for it. Actually, there's two scenes that are kind of funny. They show that, girls are better than boys. And it is shown in the trailer that they put Bortus and Alara in a boxing match. And basically have a little bit of a fight to show that, yes, girls are better. Unfortunately, we're cheating because Alara, we know, she's super strong because she's not on her home gravity, so she's stronger than everybody else. And of course, you can have a fun boxing match. The other funny thing, what I thought was funny was because Bortus is down and ups about this whole thing and what we're going to do and whatever. So the guys are like, so we got Gordon and Lamarr show up with a six-pack, and it's like, dude, you know what puts a smile on my face? Beer and watching old Earth movies. And I don't want to spoil it because it was an old movie I grew up with a kid, and I thought, this is hilarious. But what the punchline of this is that from Bortus watching this classic Earth movie, changes his mind on the procedure, and he says, no, I want to keep our daughter a daughter. We don't want to go through the procedure. So overall, I think this is the third episode. We finally hit the stride. The jokes are the jokes, except for, like I said, the penis joke in the beginning was like, okay, we'll make the joke. Oh, yes. One quick note, too. There was a joke, again, about the divorce between Ed and Kelly. And it's just like, give it a break already. Overall, I thought this is finally now. I think if they keep going with this kind of formula and, the jokes where they should be and not running on and on. But all the other jokes were actually pretty good. So, kudos to this one. I give it a thumbs up. And we'll see what happens next Thursday, because now it's Thursday, 9 o'clock. And everybody's going like, oh, so it doesn't interfere with the football. It's like, no, sillies. It's so it doesn't interfere with Star Trek Discovery coming out on Sunday, which is also going to be at 8 o'clock. And I believe, actually, sorry, no, for the Space Channel up here in Canada, it's going to run at 8:30. But again, they wanted to make sure it wasn't going to conflict with anything else. So Orville's on Thursdays right now. Discovery's going to premiere on this Sunday. I mean, you can't compare this. I mean, Discovery's going to be a really serious space show about Star Trek and the gang before Kirk and Spock. We still don't know which Kirk and Spock. If it's Kelvin Kirk and Spock, it's definitely not TOS Kirk and Spock, because before Kirk and Spock, Spock was working for Captain Pike, if you know your history. So that doesn't jive at all. And I mentioned that. I'll put a link to that as well about my feelings on the talk about Discovery I did about a month or two ago. So we're going to see how that one goes, and you'll see a review on that one as well. Again, if you like this, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you didn't like it, my last review actually got a lot of thumbs down, but you know what, guys? Thumbs down is still traffic. And to me, too, saying to somebody like myself is sort of like, well, I didn't like your review. Last person that made a comment said, I didn't like your review. Okay. What's your argument? Like, if you're going to comment on something, don't just say, well, I don't like it, it sucks. When I comment on something, I always go like, okay, I can see what you're saying, but this is what I think. Not like, you suck and you know what you're talking about and blah, 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 and go on a tirade. Make an argument. Seriously, if you're going to comment on my channel, I want to see good arguments. If you think, oh no, you didn't like this, especially with the Orville. Everybody's like, hey, why didn't you like the Orville? Dude, lighten up. Well, when you don't know me, you don't like my sense of humor. I've grown up on Monty Python with really old shows like Rocky and Bullwinkle and Bugs Bunny. And even, like I said to somebody other, you don't know what funny is. You know what funny is? And I said to them, I said, Deadpool was funny. Trouble with Tribbles from old Star Trek was funny. Firefly was a drama, had some comedy in it. But yeah, today, totally amazed, blown away. This is good. And like I said, we keep going forward. I will be happy. So that's it for tonight. We'll check out Enterprise on Sunday, and we'll see you then. Take care.